Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Dairoku, and it has been a little while since I played, because I have just been very exhausted trying to pack for moving and cleaning and doing things, and then, like, it was the weekend, and I don't usually record on the weekends, so I'm like, crap. It was like motivated for like a week, like I gotta do the best I can to record as much stuff as possible, and then I was like, that lasted a day. Oh, anyway, we'll be okay. But yeah, so we're just back still in chapter 1, I think. I don't really remember what was going on. We did the battle thingy with the and now we're following Akuro. So I'm guessing we're going to Azuchi Castle because that's what he's saying. So let me get my voices on anyway. He had the deep dude voice, right? I think so. Anyway, this is Azuchi Castle. It belongs to Hajun Shire of Makatsui. I really hope it's not Shire. Because I just keep thinking that, like, maybe I'm doing the. I mean, you thought Shire. Oh, wait, that's probably wrong because a Shire is a place that hobbits live, not like Sire or something, right? And then, like, I'm probably going to be like, I'm trying to be all special, saying it as if it was like a Japanese word, and it's really not. It's supposed to be Shire, and I just sound like an asshole. Either way I said it, I would have been like an asshole. This is gonna haunt me forever, by the way. Like 5 years from now, I'm gonna be like, you know what? We'll find out at the end of the game it's supposed to be Shire or something, and I'm gonna be like, oh! 5 years from now, I'm just gonna wake up in a cold sweat one night and be like, oh fuck! Remember that time? Because, someone might still see this. If it's 5 years from now, if it's 2027, just don't. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Anyway. Is the castle buried under the mountain? The Makatsui carve into the mountains and build homes there. I suppose they appear buried to some. Seems like it'd be nice in the summer. And there are no seasons in Sakuratani, but seasonal qualities exist across the sectors. Right. I forgot I'm not in the real world. It's so funny, I'm not in the real world. It's not real here. I know what she means, like the human world, but it's just, it's weird that they chose to call it real world, because, it's like Sakuratani's just in my imagination. Is it just my imagination? Did we, like, actually hit our head? Oh my god, is this whole game just gonna wake up and be like, you were in a coma the whole time? Are we dead? I feel like I have to ask this. I feel like we need to update the Spacey Go board, because, like, I forget that it exists half the time. But, like, I need to print myself out a copy after I move, and, like, put it up and be like, we're gonna start, like, actually paying attention. That was, like, 6 years ago that we made that. But I really feel like I need to update that and put, like, are we dead? Because I feel like that's a common trope very much in a lot of games. And it's like, are we dead? I bet we're dead. And then you're like, oh, look, we're dead. Go fig. Sorta. It's sorta sometimes, but it still works. I mean, I'm just saying, and we keep saying the real world, maybe we're dead. Maybe dead. I don't know. Anyway. Sakuratani truly is a peculiar place, because it might not be real for all we know. I'm sure it's supposed to be. The benefits of an alternate world, I suppose. And besides, Hajun, the feudal lord, is Oda Nobunaga. Oh my god. I don't know why I can never pronounce Nobunaga. I don't know why my brain wants to not say his name properly anytime it's ever come up. Anyway. Oda Nobunaga himself. I couldn't believe what Seimi just said. Oda Nobunaga? The shogun of the Warring States? Is this another hazing ritual for new hires? I like how she just doesn't trust him. I fell for it once, and I didn't want to be taken for a fool again. You love to doubt me. Well, I don't blame you. I did get you good, but I'm telling the truth here. You make this mistake with every new recruit. You really should consider another way to assess the abilities of people. I really love him. And much. I just thought, like, okay, he's, like, pretty, but he'll be okay, fine. But, like, no, I just really love this man. Oh. And it's funny because Sammy was my favorite, like, from up. I'm like, he's beautiful, I love him. And I might be like, you know what? I want to slap you. I still love you, but I still want to slap you. Like, I don't know. This may be the game where I'm just wrong. You know? I'm usually not wrong. Well, I mean, when I pick my love interest, I'm like, damn, I love them. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm like, I still love them. It doesn't matter. He tries to, I don't care. You know? But, like, you know, it's always my eyeball love. And, like, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Things might change. This one, who knows? Like I said, this honestly feels more like a hazing than a welcoming for a new hire. I couldn't help but make my comment after what Akuro said. Hey, newbie, stop digging up the past. No need for that. It was like 5 minutes ago. I can't really help it, Sammy. I mean, considering everything you did to me when we first met. Oh, that too. I'm taking a page from Sammy's crafty playbook. Oh, that really doesn't sound pleasant. What have you done to the lady? I like him. He's nice. He's nice to me and polite. He doesn't haze me. I don't know, Sammy. You might not stand a chance. But he was my favorite. No. There was a supportive tone in Akuro's voice, which was also poking fun at Sammy. I didn't do anything. Not a thing that deserves your anger, Akuro. Oh, but I suppose the thing you've done is deserving of her anger, hmm? You already know, don't you? You finally caught on. These two must be really close. Akuro is saying all he wants, and Sammy responds without getting offended. They're both very comfortable with each other. I muttered many things as I rode with him, but Sammy didn't get mad. He's still my boss, though, so I should be careful. Anyway, Hajun, the Shirei of Makatsui, his name in the real world was Oda Nobunaga. He really is that famous shogun himself. So, he turned into an Oni, huh? Didn't you learn about the... Hanoji? Yeah, Hanoji incident, okay. Didn't you learn about the Hanoji incident? It's a mystery. I didn't know, Mitsuhide, okay. I didn't know Mitsuhide's motive, and they never even found the body. That might be because he turned into an Oni. I wasn't actually sure your body could disappear if you became an Oni, but if Nobunaga's here, that might be a possibility. Well, if the man of the hour's here, we could have a chance to ask him ourselves. Whether we actually do is another story. This was so bizarre. I felt like I was about to walk into a history class or something. Probably! Wouldn't be surprised. The fact that Nobunaga turned into an Oni that can speak is top secret information. Also, his name is Hajun now, not Nobunaga. An Oni that can speak. So are you saying Onis can't normally speak? Huh. He claimed to be the devil of the sixth realm and, as such, started going by Hajun. There was a lot of thought behind it then. I can't imagine what the academic world would be like if word of this ever got out. If any of history's great mysteries were solved, I'm sure that would mean a lot for our world too. Not really. I think he just likes to amuse himself. Sounds like you. What? That statement threw me off. It's true. There's no way in heaven or hell that man would ever be so deep. He'd change his name again for the fun of it. Sammy nodded in agreement. Again? Has this shogun changed it before? We're talking about the Great Unifier, right? I have heard that Nobunaga was a curious man, and that Western things intrigued him. I've come across this in my studies before. He changed it because it was interesting, eh? I guess he must be an Ayakashi for a reason. Hajun is the head. All Ayakashi and Makatsui. I don't know why my brain cannot with the names, and it's going to take me a long time. Like, you'd think after saying them for several days, but anyway. All Ayakashi and Makatsui love new things, and they also like to have fun. Akudo doesn't seem like this type. You're like, you like new things and have fun? He's like, no, I'm very... I don't know why I just didn't program... I don't know. All right. Well, I'm judging books by covers because, like, when you see them, you're like, this is the kind of voice I imagine. This is what I meant. This is what I see. I saw him as a little more serious, more gruff, maybe the kind of mean one at first, but he's actually the very nice, polite gentleman. I figured he'd be like, ugh, humans, like, whatever. Psh, a little rude to us. A little rude and abrasive. You just see like it, but no, he's just very polite and kind. I don't know. That's why Yakumo brought video games to them as a token of thanks. Exactly. It's actually not uncommon here for fights to break out over video games, too.
Akudo can be rather intimidating here in Makatsui. Things usually resolve quickly.
I was a little surprised to hear that. How? In the folktales I read, the Oni were always bad. I expected this place to reflect that. The tales depict Oni as powerful and terrifying. They were also known to be aggressive. I mean, maybe that's it, but it's not even because, like, Ayakashi Romance Reborn, frickin', Koga's an Oni, and I love him to death, and he's the sweetest fucking thing, so you'd think I would have been like, just playing off that, because I don't know any of the rest of this. But no, I think it was just Akudo's, like, just the look. He's got the look of, like, you know, slightly standoffish, like, sure, whatever. Kind of. There's always that character. He just has the look. I like the fact that they subverted my expectations. It's nice. That's why I thought we'd have a big problem here. But now that I've seen it, I'm beginning to understand what it's really like. Thank you. Humans to humans, Oni to Oni. You wouldn't know anything about the other. You wouldn't know if anything about the other was true or not if you've never seen it yourself. Sammy was listening, but he wasn't smiling. Although I couldn't read the emotion beyond Sammy's expression, I can only imagine what a veteran Ayakashimori could be thinking about. I love the pout on his face. I cannot figure out for the life of me right now what it reminds me of. There is a character that his, like, and the pouty face reminds me of, but I cannot place it. Just be aware, like, 5 parts from now, I'm going to be like, that's what it is. It'll be like halfway through the game, but what is... God, it's going to drive me crazy. As I was beginning to learn more about all of this, I wonder if I'll ever know how Sammy feels. Oh, yeah, the last route, probably. Well, second last. We saw the town at the base of Azuchi Castle, but would you like to explore a bit more? Yes, please! Sure, there's Doji City and... Tsukumogami Street? Okay. And Tsukumogami Street. I can tell you about them on the way. I'd also like to check on Yakumo and the others. As we got to town, we saw Yakumo and the others having fun with a tablet in front of the izakaya. They're playing a game on the tablet. For someone who grew up in the real world, seeing Ayakashi enjoying a tablet was surprising.
Oh, hey, I remember you saying you wanted to see the world of the Ayakashi. What do you think?
Sammy asked me this with his trademark smile. I can only sigh in response. Yes, I remember telling you that. Honestly, it's still so confusing. Real-world technology converging with the world of Ayakashi is still difficult to comprehend. Hey, they want our kind of magic, okay? We can't have their kind of magic, but doesn't mean they can't have ours. I mean, technology is the only kind of magic humans have, right? So?
The infrastructure here is quite similar, only everything is powered by the Ayakashi.
I never would have guessed subcultures surrounding anime, manga, or games would exist here too.
Yeah, a new online service is available here, though.
Ugh! How do you download the Sims updates? Or your Otome games that you don't buy on digital? Or the patches for them when they fuck up the translations? Ah! There's no internet! The thought of an online match against an Ayakashi was actually really amusing. However, I can imagine it causing problems if they use their Ayakashi powers for it. That's why I lose at everything. It's Ayakashi fucking with me. Ah, got it. Alright, anyway. They don't seem to be causing any trouble. Why don't we go in the shop to talk? We passed by the three and entered the shop. Some of the walls and doors were broken. Did the Ayakashi get in a fight? I feel like I'm on a set of some period piece. We took our seat in some open chairs. Sammy, may I borrow your tablet?
Sure, but I'll be navigating it for you.
I didn't see the big deal in who used the tablet, but Akuro didn't seem happy about it. Akuro, I think it's so funny that sometimes it's Akuro, which is one O, and then it's Akuro with lots of O's and U. Like, he quickly glared at me as I began to speak. Please, just Akuro is fine. I'm no king, so the extra O means nothing. Oh, okay. Akuro. That makes it easier. I don't have to, like, elongate it. But that's, you know, this is why sometimes I don't say shit. Because I'm like, it's really weird that this happens. He's like, you don't need to say it like that. Okay, what the, see, I don't, okay. Oh,
I just call him Akuro. Maybe you should too. He could stand not to care about it so much.
Sammy.
All right.
I felt like I had more questions than anything, but for now, I can start with a small change. Akuro seemed to be in a rush, and I didn't want to take up too much time. Look at our boys. I really do love Sammy. He's so precious. Even with the squinty eyes that are so untrustworthy because he never opens them. So don't trust you anymore, but I still love you. Oh, God. Sammy pulled a simple map on the tablet for him. So, we're currently near the Azuchi Castle. His long fingers pointed toward the mountains and slowly stopped at an open space. And toward Amatsuna, yeah, you'll find the snowfield where the snow women and snow kids reside. Haha, I remembered how to do this. Oh, I don't remember Azuchi. Azuchi Castle was in the first one, but because we saved there and then we came back, I forgot about it. Azuchi Castle, the Makatsui, where Akuro and his friends reside. Snow kids. Yes. Hey, we've got everything from the S's. Snowfield, the fields of Makatsui that see snow year-round. Snow women, snow doji, and icicle women call this place home. And apparently snow children, but they didn't mention them, but like, whatever. Kids aren't important. Downstream of the river that runs along Nakakuni is the Firefly Garden. The lodging is nearby, so you can enjoy the fireflies whenever you'd like. We saw that on the map. Firefly Garden. A riverside garden visible from an Ayakashimori rest area. Though made by the Ayakashimori, it's open to Ayakashi for their occasional banquets. He moved the map and pointed as he spoke. Oh, that's me. Okay. I was like, it's me, right? But and enjoy a cool evening after a day in the snow.
Well, it's always night in Sakuratani, so the real fun is the firefly catching.
Firefly catching? Can't say I've ever been. I can take you one of these Hold on. Oh, wait. I thought that was Akuro. Hold on. Oh, it was. That's what I thought. And because I was trying to click so that it would skip, like, so it wouldn't take forever, but it was already at the end, and I didn't realize that. Yeah, so he said, I can take you one of these Okay, at the sound of a bright voice, he stopped and looked up. That just threw me off. I thought that was somebody else speaking. Okay, so I'm not sure who it is, but Hey, master, hit me with some more sake. Keep them coming. It's at a bright voice, so I'll be happy. You're not someone we could date, but look at you. Aren't you kind of fabulous? Although the look in your eyes says you might try to kill me too. Akuro doesn't like you. He's got the hair that's just like, he's got the hair of every single lawyer in Tears of Themis that's like in the other law firm that you battle against. Like this swoopy hair with just a little boop, bang thing going on. And it's just like, that's how you know they're shady. They got like shady hair. He's like, hey, yeah, what's up? I'm like, shady guy. But like, I'm cute. But like, I'm kind of a douche. That's what it is. He's like bro douche. But he's still pretty. Like, you know, you're like, God, it sucks that you're a douchebag because you're kind of hot. I hate that. I hate that for us. Anyway. Why is he here? The mood changed quickly. I followed his gaze and saw a man on the roof of a shop. I'm assuming this is the same dude. Okay. Oh, we have to give him, like, the douche voice. Yeah. Why? You know why. That's a dumb question. Get down from there. I refuse. Are you in a position to refuse? Oh my god. Is this what's his face? That'd be so funny. This was escalating quickly, and before I could figure out what I should do, Sammy tapped my shoulder.
Hey, Spacey, let's go to the next spot.
But what about our chat with Akuro? I had a vague understanding of what this was, but it felt rude to just leave without a word. I was like, is that Hajun? I don't think Akuro would be so pissed off at him if it was. Are you gonna force me, Akuro? I'm not forcing anything. I'm asking. Then I still refuse! I see. Well, let's get everything in the cellar and sell it at the flea market then. What? They were clearly about to start a fight.
Oh, man. He's about to let it rip. If we wait around, it's gonna mess up your schedule for tomorrow.
What do you mean?
You're gonna start regular hours tomorrow. I'll explain the sectors as we do our rounds, but there's a lot to learn in little time. Today's focus is supposed to be on your orientation, but if you waste that...
This is about to be that long, huh?
Yep. My guess is that it'd be at least an hour of arguing, another 2 or 3 of lecturing. If you want to wait, the choice is yours.
I guess this wasn't going to end anytime soon. I felt bad leaving without saying goodbye, but I wasn't left with much choice. I feel sorry to leave Akuro, but we should go to the next place.
Smart. Let's head to Amatsuna next.
The sounds of an argument echoed behind us as we walked away from the izakaya. We hopped on another Oboroguruma. Oboroguruma. I can't say Oboroguruma. I can't. That's a word that's like, Oboroguruma. I'll get it eventually, but like, it's been like 4 days since I saw that word, okay? And there's a lot of like O's and then U's. And there is something about, I mean, seriously, I mean, a majority of Japanese is like a lot of vowels in there, but for some reason, when it's just like, Oboroguruma, when it's just the same one over and over, it just throws me off for some reason. I don't know why. Even in like in anything, if it's just like, you know, every other letter is the same vowel, it just, I don't know why my brain is like, the fuck is happening here? I don't know why. I think my brain is like, that's not right. There's something wrong here. This is too consistent. I don't know. Anyway, we hopped on another Oboroguruma to Amatsuna, a place ruled by the Tengu. Mentally prepared for my second ride, I was able to enjoy the scenery this time. I don't think I'll ever get used to the shaking. The streets resemble the grid of a Go board. They remind me of Kyoto, or maybe something I've seen in a textbook on the Heian period.
Yep, Amatsuna Shire lives in
Amawa
Mansion. And that place screams Heian period architecture. You almost feel lost in time just being there.
Amawa Mansion. The castle in Makatsui, where Hira and his companions reside. I don't think it's in Makatsui. It's in the Amatsuna. So, right? This, right? Yeah, this other, right? Anyway. I think that was a typo. Yeah, because Amatsuna. Sakuratani is so rich with Japan's history. The road ahead ran straight. It was lined with what looked like storehouses.
The buildings are a little more worn down here. Nagakuni is full of buildings, and Makatsui is definitely more of a castle town.
Makatsui has a similar aged feel to it, but Amatsuna is very distinct. It's fun. Sammy explained that it was less Heian, more late Edo period or early Meiji era. We arrived at our destination. Wow, this gate looks like a national treasure. Ooh, pretty. We walked through the gate to the garden. Before my eyes was a large stilt building. In the yard, a river and a bridge that crossed it. Wow, this really is like the Heian period. I might as well have been in a museum. I was completely blown away. Could you imagine a museum that was built to it's like a normal building outside and you walk in and then it's like, okay, you go in this door and it's the Heian period and then you're like, this is the way it's set up? Like you actually, I walk, not just like here's pictures of it or objects like a normal museum, but like you walk in and you're like, I'm crossing over the bridge and I can walk and I'm opening the doors and you're walking through the actual buildings because like a normal museum is a building with like artifacts and like pictures and items and whatever, but it's still just a modern building. Like it's a square. Here's a big ass square that you're in and it's got things and like we might have paintings on the wall or like artifacts all over the place, but it's not like if you actually go to a place. You know what I mean? Like the Harry Potter museum in like London, like the studio kind of thing. It's like you go and you're like, look, I'm in the Great Hall. Or when you go to like Wizarding World of Harry Potter, when you're like walking to get on the ride, the line ride is part of the ride. You're like, look, it's like I'm in the gardens at the school. Look, I'm in the Great Hall. And it's like, that would be really cool if museums were like that. You're like, cool, we're going and we're going to learn about the Japanese Heian period. And you're like in the museum and you're like, but it looks like this. And you're like, okay. And then this is the type of doors. And then you go in and like, this is the way like this would be set up. And it's like, you know how they have like old houses that you can tour and they're like kind of set up like that? But like, I don't know. I just, okay. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm so glad I glanced over because I was in the middle of like my museum thing. And I forget what I said after like, you know, like they have houses that are museums. And then I think I went on that we need to have virtual reality museums. I had a really great idea. And my recording software was like, fuck you, cutting you off. We're just not going to work. So, like, you missed my couple minutes of talking about we need virtual reality museums. So where you just put on a virtual reality helmet and you walk around in a small little box like you're on a holodeck. And you can just poke things and learn things. And then you got your own little, like, virtual reality bubble room. You know, with your helmet on so you don't bump into other people. And then, like, you can just walk around and see shit. You know? And, like, that's how you learn. Anyway, it was so much better the first time I said it. But, like, for some fucking reason, like, I was just like, did that, and I went to like, okay, I'm going to read the next line, and then I look over, and my screen's just black. It's just not moving. And I'm like, the fuck happened to my capture card? It just fucking died. I don't know. So that sucks, but you only missed me talking about the virtual reality thing. But anyway, I think we were on. It might as well have been a museum. I was completely blown away, so here we go. I've seen models, but I never imagined actually being in it. Sakuratani is something else. Seeing Azuchi Castle and Makatsui was a lot, but this just sent me back further in time. Sakuratani, truly another world. Oh god, what now? Good lord, fuck off, Norton. Norton is such a pain in my ass. Like, I like them, thank you for protecting my computer, but like, seriously, go fuck yourself. The fucking pop-ups. Hey, sign up for this! Just sign up for this! Did you know you should do this? Oh my god, seriously, go away. Stop it. Lord. Ugh. They're so spammy with their pop-ups. Like, just shut up, protect my computer, and leave me alone to try and sell me shit. Anyway. Is this, Hira? I think. I'm just gonna assume. So, I gotta see him to get the voice right, but I think we were gonna give him the quiet, delicate voice, because he seems like he's a little shy. He'll be, like, totally not that anyway. Oh, hey, Sammy. We were looking at the structures in the yard as someone called out to Sammy. I don't know. Oh, nope, it's totally... Oh, look at you! You're so precious, too! I can't wait to you! Okay, so it's not Hira, it's somebody else. Don't hey Sammy me, Takao. You better welcome the new hire. Oh, is it that time of year already? Does this mean Hira's holding back? Well, holding back isn't it. Oh, wait. I've never seen you before. This is the new hire? He is so pretty. I freaking love every boy in this game. They're so beautiful. Stop it. He addressed me as I rushed my introduction. Oh, and sorry. I'm Spacey Akitsu. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Takao. I'm a Tengu from Mount Takao. Mount Takao? The mountain in Hachioji? Hachioji. That's hard. Anyway. That's the one. All the side characters are basically going to have like one of two voices because I just can't. There's too many. Anyway.
Haven't you heard of it in the legends?
They were all true, weren't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, without them...
Shugendo? Yeah. Shugendo would never exist.
Too true. Hey, so is Hira around?
He is. I just kicked him.
You're violent as ever.
What does he mean by kicked? Sammy's laughing about it, so this must be something that happens on the daily. I can't say violence is a good thing, though. She's such a good little bunny, isn't she? It's so mean to hurt each other. They're just like bitch slapping each other left and right. Oh, right. This is what a human would think. I have to leave that mentality in Nakakuni. They're Ayakashi. I've already seen in Makatsui how human norms don't apply to them. I'll drag him out to the main building.
Gotcha. You got a big chore today, Takao.
Didn't have a choice. Blame the old guys. Takao headed to a house on the left. I followed Sammy to the main building that had a lounge pit lowered in the floor. Sammy, there's someone down there.
Huh?
Oh, there's our pretty Hira. We saw something further along the sofa that lined the edge of the pit. A person was lying down by the low table.
Ah, that's the Shirei of Amatsuna.
He laughed as he approached him.
Hira, hey, wake up. I'm up. You're sleeping. I'm totally up. Okay, get your body up then. No. If you keep that up.
Hira! I hear someone stopping over. Hira sat up for a moment, saw who it was, and lay back down. He's really not going to get up. He's so pretty. He's got like his freaking like emo eyeliner. It's so normal. He's got like the moody face. Just like, whatever. Whatever, Mom. You can't tell me what to do. God, Dad! He's got the goth eyeliner on. She looks like a moody emo kid. I love it. Oh.
Quiet. I can hear you just fine.
You have a guest. She's deserving of a Shirei's welcome.
Boring. Isn't this your thing, Takao? You haven't changed, Hira. But hey, I brought a new hire this time. Do me a favor and say hello.
No! Not updating my guide! Go away! It's like one. If it's not one thing, it's another of this fucking episode. Jesus Christ, my life is like a train wreck. Oh my god! I would like to pick up the pieces and put the train back on the rails, but everything keeps bursting into flames over here. Jesus. The recording's like, fuck you, not gonna do it. My fucking guy, like my tablet's like, hey, we have an update. Fuck, oh my god. Norton's like, did you want to update to things? Stop. This is what you come here for, though, right? It's never fucking, it's never nothing but a goddamn mess. Hey, anyway.
A new hire?
Look, it's like he's all ears. It's because he has like big pointy ears. He's got like Yoda ears. And he's kind of got green hair like Yoda. He's our little Yoda boy. I'm not giving him a Yoda voice. I can't really do a Yoda voice, but also like it would just be ridiculous. He looked toward me from the floor before getting up very reluctantly.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Spacey Akitsu. It's a pleasure. He just seemed fully uninterested as he gave me a bow of pure formality. I love Takao's face. I love Takao. He's beautiful, but like, look at his fucking face. Is he holding like, what the hell is he holding in his hand? Oh, is that just like whatever's in his belt? I don't think it's a sword. It's a stick. Is it a fan? I don't know. But like, I just love his look of like, ugh, fucking over this shit. Our side boys are so pretty. He's got such floofy hair. I love it. Anyway. You'll be introducing her to Amatsuna. Please don't half-ass it.
Takao, you do it. Cut it out, will you? As a Shira, you have certain responsibilities. Bet you're so much better at that, Takao. No, you're not gonna talk your way out of this.
Takao almost fell for that one. Sammy sat down on the sofa in silence. I watched the two go back and forth. I just imagine Sammy sitting down with his legs crossed, arms on the back of the couch, just like lounging there like, we're gonna be here a while, I might want to sit. Because he knows.
Amatsuna's an area ruled by Tengu.
With a sigh, he began his lesson. You know what? I think the voice kind of works for him because it's just fine. But then ceased to continue. I thought he was taking a very long pause, but as a smirk began to appear on Sammy's face, I figured that was the end of his talk.
Is that all you have to say?
I love Takao so much because he just yells and it's just being able to yell when he yells is just good to I just want to work out some of my frustration with just life and I just want to yell and this gives me a reason to yell. It's so funny.
She got the gist of it. There's much more to it than that. Hey, Takao, I think you should do the honors. This seemed like an inevitable outcome. Alright, I'm gonna hit the hay.
He's like narcoleptic. Hiro showed how much of a Tengu he was as he rose, defying gravity itself, and left the lounge pit. Hiro's a very free spirit. Maybe small talk just bothers him. I think talk just bothers him. Hearing how he talked to Takao, it was clear to see what he does with his work.
Ugh. Sammy, you're too easy on Hira.
Takao plopped himself down on the sofa as he complained.
Not true. He'll get in a bad mood if I force it. Well, that's just more work for you in the end.
You do have a point. Well, we did introduce each other. If you don't mind, could you take it from here?
I don't mind. I have all of the documents here.
He placed his laptop on the table and began to show me things on his screen. I just can't get used to this. A lounge pit in a Heian building, Takao in his dated clothes with a laptop in hand. His clothes are pretty, stop! They may be, like, traditional, but I like them. Boy's got flair, okay? Also, like, he's, his black and white color scheme, but then, like, he's very neutral, but then he's got that light blue pop, but then it matches his eyes, and then it just, like, the tone of the blue in him, like, the tone of, like, the light blue, kind of matches the tone in his, like, red-brown hair. It's not, like, neon red hair and a pastel blue, it's, like, the same color tone. Hue, not hue range, but, like, the saturation, like, whatever. I forget my art terms, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they're just, like, very complimentary and they just go well. It's just nice. Like, okay, yes, a dark blue can go with a bright color, but you know what I mean? Like a neon yellow and a neon red and a neon orange are in that same, like, color range. They have the same tone to them, the neon, and, like, a navy blue and a dark hunter green have that same tone. That's what that blue and the color of the brownish reddish color of his hair have. They're just in that same, and you're like, they're just really pretty. I'd paint my walls this color. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, they just blend really nice. Look, he's just got a pleasing color palette, okay? Just, whatever. That could be it. He's also very pretty, but I feel like everybody in this game is fucking pretty, so. Anyway, seeing the Oni play with tablets was just as odd as watching a Tengu navigate their laptop. Takao pulled up a folder he seemed familiar with and opened up a file to show me. Upstream of the river leading to Nakakuni is the Field of Autumn Leaves, full of kappa and ningo. Ningyo. Field of Autumn Leaves. Field of Autumn Leaves. Field of Autumn Leaves, a place where autumn leaves never shed. Ayakashi visit this area often to relax. Well, there's a place where it's always snowy, and then there's a place where it's always autumn, and then the Firefly Garden sounds like it's always like spring or summer there. I'm just saying.
On Kappa handle water management, and they cover all of Sakuratani.
A Kappa water department. I imagined a bunch of Kappa wearing work clothes, and I couldn't help but picture one of those work safety posters on a job site. I just laughed.
It's pretty funny. I mean, that's so spot on. Oh crap. The hilarity is hitting me now.
Sammy tried to hide his laughter behind a cushion. Takao, on the other hand, had a serious look on his face as he continued. I like our goofy laugh face. It's adorable. We're like, we're giggling, and Takao's like, what are you laughing at? Kind of said that in Sammy's voice.
The Oboroguruma you took here, it's like, what is it? You call those taxis, yes?
A Kappa water department. Oboroguruma taxis. Someone's gotta be handling logistics.
You mean Crow Tengu Express?
There it is.
We do get information from your world here. There are thousands who enjoy play like this. Oh, there's a cursed bike express too.
Wait, they're not jobs, are they?
Ayakashi have no need for work.
I want to be an Ayakashi. I don't have to work. I just exist. That sounds a lot better. And I can have things, but I don't have to pay for them. I like being an Ayakashi. That sounds fun. And I have magic, and I live forever. And apparently in this world and any other world that I've played in any Otome game where there's been Ayakashi, everybody is beautiful. So, like, that's a plus. I don't know. It sounds good to me.
None of them have need for a salary. Ayakashi don't operate under concepts like work.
You do have a point there. The only job of an Ayakashi is to be a Shikigami. Although if you told me a Shikigami had to clock into work today, I might have some questions.
They do it for fun, but some of them often get competitive in their work. A small crow tried to take a pillow out of Hira's room earlier.
Letters aside, and Makatsui and Kikutsune, wow. People seem to mix things up quite often.
So, it's Crow Tengu Express's fault we get order forms from Makatsui.
Order forms? Is Nakakuni a distribution center for everyone's online shopping or something? We shop online, but we don't actually go online. We have catalogs.
Of course not! I swear, you say the funniest things.
I'm just trying to draw comparisons to things from the real world. Yakumo was asked to bring a video game to Makatsui.
And the Oni do want real-world items. Well, that's because Tadashi's out here promising things without thinking of the consequences.
It's actually because Yakumo's just that kind.
Anything else? There's the Raiju Electric, Oni Gas, Kitsune Gas too.
Kitsune gas. Kitsune gas is hard to say, I don't know why.
Amatsuna uses lantern gas.
I almost laughed out loud. Sammy, Takao, please, don't make me laugh. I ended up laughing despite myself.
I was just following your lead. Besides, it's mostly for Nakakuni, so make sure to be thankful when you use the utilities, okay?
So that's it. If I ever encounter any Raiju or Kappa, I'll just thank them. I never imagined Ayakashi would replicate infrastructure purely for fun, not necessity.
I'm not sure about the Raiju, but the Crow Tengu are having a hoot. Maybe you can send a package with them sometime if you don't mind losing it.
Okay, it's like it takes like the Crow Tengu Express. You're like, okay, it's like doing it, but they don't have a job. They're just doing it for. It's like they're going through these things, but it just took me till now. They're like laughing about it, and I'm like, I'm not 100% sure why we're laughing about it, but like, okay, I'm just missing it. It's like, okay, it's cause you're literally they're just like, oh, whatever. Took a while. It took a while for that one to sink in. I think it's they didn't explain because they're just like, oh, we have this, and then you're like, that's hilarious, and you're like, why is that funny? Like, I guess it should have been obvious when they were like, oh yeah, Ayakashi don't need money, but they're out there making all and doing all this work. Why are they doing it? For fun, because they think it's amusing. Oh, kind of just I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just took a long time to get that. This is new. So there are delivery issues.
Well, it's not really their job, right? And if so, you can't hold them accountable.
But the order forms from Makatsui to Nakakuni don't get lost, right?
They get paid in sake for that. They love it.
Oh, that's Takao. Whoops, I read that in Sammy's voice. Anyway, they get paid in sake for that. They love it. Of course they deliver it without issues.
Makatsui is the most sake in Sakuratani. It does make a difference.
We continue to talk about similar jobs in the real world in Sakuratani. We even talked about jobs the Ayakashi may have fun trying. I was surprised when Takao asked if being a Yamabushi was a job, but it's comforting to know that Tengu are familiar with those practices.
Okay, well, let's get going to the next spot.
It was so fun and I wanted to stay, but we got up from the lounge pit to move on. Takao, thank you for everything. I look forward to working with you. Sure, and don't worry about our shire. Of course, I'll come back to visit soon. Kikutsune. Unlike Amatsuna, which resembled the Heian period, we weren't surrounded by Western buildings. In the center of the street stood a gas lamp. Oh, this is me. This place has a rustic feel to it, doesn't it? I couldn't help but look around. Oh, there's Yakumo. Oh, hey, you two! I forgot Yakumo's voice, but it's fine. I looked toward the voice and saw Yakumo. What the fuck is happening to me?
I knew you'd come to Kikutsune.
Sammy laughed, rolling his eyes, and Yakumo seemed to rush to put a finger to his mouth.
Hey, keep it down! She'll catch on fast, so who cares?
You never know!
Yeah, come on. Let's go see Shiratsuki.
Huh? What are they talking about? I'm like, God damn it! I'm the outside of the inside joke! That's a huge mansion. Oh, like, hey. I was staring at the building, and before I knew it, the fox I met at Makatsui walked out of it. Coco, welcome. Shiro's waiting inside. Come on in. He ushered me into a spacious lounge area. It's nice in here. It had a fireplace and a leather couch, and there was an antique sofa, too. The style's Western, but the layout and even the transom are Japanese. It's so modern. Lovely. Oh, hi.
What a fantastic brain you possess.
Yeah, if he's just gonna accost us and hug us out of nowhere, the Lupin voice does work for him, I guess. I heard a voice and soon felt someone hugging me from behind. I was speechless in my shock.
Your shoulders are so slim. Doesn't that inspire anxiety that you're only Shikigami as a cat? Allow me to be your Shikigami.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I think the Lupin voice works for him. Just like the 4 lines we've had from him and just the bare minimum we've met him. He's just very flirty, isn't he? I'm sorry, but can you let go of me?
Not yet. You haven't answered my question. Would you like me to be your Shikigami?
I mean, yeah, but... Shiratsuki, you can't do that from behind. The most you can give a lady is a light hug. She would see anything more as harassment. Come on. For some reason, Yakumo slumped his shoulders. Look at his little fox ears. They're so cute.
And if it was Tadashi or me, it'd be way worse.
A few charges came to mind, but I was more relieved that he had let me go. The sudden hug was really startling. My heart is still pounding.
Apologies. I'm unfamiliar with harassment, but how do I appreciate your compliment? Oh, how I do appreciate your compliment. Perhaps we shall go fancy ourselves a seat.
We proceeded to the big sofa. I feel like Shiratsuki talks like an old man from some drama or anime, but with the Lupin voice. Perhaps we should go sit at the lounge. Allow me to be your Shikigami. That works for like a butler man or something, not like somebody that's like, well, I mean, Shiratsuki's probably thousands of years old or something, so, you know, could work. As I tried to make sense of this, I sat down while Coco served us some tea. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Coco sat next to Shonutsuki as his tail wagged. I'm sorry, but like, I need to see your tail. I don't see tails. I want to see their little bushy tails. Can we pet it? It's just really weird. I'm going to pet your ears. Good fox boy. You know, at some point after these, especially now, we just need to play games where we're dating our pets, because we have several of those. There's several of those games, and I own them all, but we've never played any of them. Maybe we should do a mixed reviews where we play My Secret Pets, which is apparently like just god awful, and you know, we haven't played a mixed reviews in a while. So we're gonna need to do that, but there's just so many new games coming out. By the time we finish one, they're already like, I mean, by the time this part goes up, Variable Barricades should be in my possession, so and we still have this one and another game. We don't have time. So much shit. Anyway.
You seem to have captured Coco's heart.
Aw, well, he's precious. I'll help him. Huh? Okay, can I get the man harem then? Do I get to keep the side characters? Is this a package deal again? Down.
Coco is happy.
No, I'm not.
Sure. And now, shall I introduce you to Kikutsune? This place is called Kikutsune. Shiro here is the Shire. Coco is my assistant.
Assistant?
Yes, that is correct. Are you not?
Servant.
What?
You don't wake. I wake you. I pick out your clothes.
Do not blame me for the bed being so cozy. And you're fashionable. What's wrong with that?
Wow, and now he's becoming defiant. Why don't we leave it there for now? Yakumo's words couldn't have come at a better moment. My heart roared with applause. I thought this and Makatsuhi, but they had such a good read on things. There were times I couldn't even chime in. I could only watch in awe. My seniors are so dependable. Both Seimi and Yakumo. If I came alone, I wouldn't know what to do. We would have lost so much time to small talk.
Ah, right you are. Well, I watch over the foxes in Kikutsune.
There are many beast Ayakashi. Beast Ayakashi. Whoops, I always hit the wrong button. Beast Ayakashi refers to Ayakashi based on animals, such as kitsune, cats, tanuki, snakes, and the like. Oh, right, we do have a snake boy. He's the guy we haven't met yet.
We have no tanuki, though.
Yeah.
Tanuki and Kitsune are not on good terms.
It's funny because now I'm trying so hard not to say Kitsune when I say Kikutsune, but when I see Kitsune, I'm saying Kikutsune. Anyway. When the transformation war started, I really didn't know what to do. No one could tell who was transforming into whom. It was chaos. Hearing their conversation, I really got to feel how much these groups hated each other. So the transformation war dragged on and became a big mess. I'd rather keep my distance. Let sleeping dogs lie. Or rather, let sleeping Tanuki and Kitsune sleep.
Our most famous attraction is the Fujizakura?
Fujizakura? Fujizakura.
Fujizakura.
Fujizakura. Zakura? Fujizakura? Yeah, because sakura flowers. Zakura, maybe. Okay, yeah. A strange flower that exists in Sakuratani. It has a Fuji tree trunk and sakura flowers. Its colors are a mix of pink and purple. Yeah, so it's Fujizakura. Fujizakura? Fujizakura. It's fun to say. Or Oboragoruma. Damn word. Damn flying carpets or whatever the fuck they are. Oh my god, I popped my thing off my remote. My controller. Sorry.
Fujizakura.
Attraction? As in sightseeing? Do Ayakashi really go sightseeing? They got nothing else to do. They don't work. Would they invite their families too?
I'll say. Oh, there's the Madam's store.
The Madam's store?
It's a general store in the middle of the town. The master is a fellow nine-tailed kitsune.
Nine-tailed kitsune. The highest status for Yoko. Yoko. A few exist in Sakuratani, like Shiratsuki and Tamamo. Tamamo. That must be the madam. Because we're talking about her, so.
It has everything. Customers come from Makatsui and Amatsuna just to shop. I often go myself.
Me too. It's fun. It has a ton of items made by Ayakashi and some rare sorts of things too. His little puppet face.
Oh yeah. Did you know the bead?
Oh, why am I giving Sammy fucking the Lupin voice? Wow.
Oh yeah. Did you know the beads on the Misumaru? Okay. The beads on the Misumaru were made in Sakuratani.
I can't do Sammy and Shiratsuki at the same time because I'm gonna mess up. I don't know why. Then the Lupin voice just wants to come out and overpower the fucking Sammy voice here. Anyway. Huh? Really?
I've been here 3 years and didn't know.
See, it's like I can't. The Lupin voice wants to come out. It's something wrong with me. Upon hearing the inclusion of Sakuratani why can't Sakuratani? Why was that not coming? Okay, I can't read anymore. Okay. Upon hearing the inclusion of Sakuratani stone, my fingers graze my Misumaru. I remember the spells I learned during training. Spells can be cast verbally, via incantations, and through objects of wood, paper, or stone. This Misumaru contains a stone that's of the highest quality. This Sakuratani item connecting our worlds contains a spell that allows you to come and go. Isn't that right? It twists a string of fate using things from each world, connecting the two of them together. There has to be a reason for this.
Ah, Tadashi, this one's very intelligent. Yeah, you know a lot.
She does learn things pretty quickly. You really hold your own. Well, before I came here, I studied the records as much as I could so that I'd be informed. Until I became an Ayakashimori, I never tried to understand the Ayakashi or practitioners.
You're a good student. Well, that's a good thing.
He's turning... I don't know why I cannot do the two of them at the same time. My brain just can't handle it. So anyway, super good. They have tons of materials in the document room in Nakakuni. You'd like it. I'll have to visit on my next day off. Thanks, Yakumo. Really, I had done all of this research, but when I got here, it was nothing like what I read. I don't need to tell them that, though. It made me realize how important it was to conduct research like this in the proper environment.
Speaking of research, Tamamo has been here in Kikutsune for ages. Hira and Takao of Amatsuna are Tengu, and they're so knowledgeable. Tamamo is the nine-tailed fox I told you about with the large store.
Koko would supplement Shiratsuki's words as I listened. They felt like yin and yang. I could tell how close the two of them were.
Knowledgeable, huh? Akuro's the only Oni who is. If you really want to know about that Arab, bring Nobunaga.
Nobunaga told me a story about Hideyoshi, and he told me in such a funny way that I can't even tell how much of it is true.
The truth behind Mitsuhide's overthrowing his superior and why they couldn't find the body. Did he really commit suicide in Hanoji Temple?
I'm sure historians would kill to hear this. I'm a little intrigued, too. There's so much information that could change the history of Japan. It's scary to think of. I don't mean to interrupt a story that could change the world, but if Tamamo is the madam, does that mean she's a female Ayakashi?
Oh! You don't know what Tamamo used to be, huh? She was a kitsune mistress to Emperor Toba. Legend says she turned into this...
Seshoseki? Seshoseki. The nine-tailed fox? I read about it. So that was Tamamo? It seems like it, but clearly she hasn't turned into this Seshoseki. Seshoseki. It's hard to say too. Something being legend doesn't make it true. Even if she became a Seshoseki, it's just can't with all the S's. Yeah. Maybe it was just for the Ayakashi to go to Sakuratani.
Perfect timing. I was about to do my rounds. Why don't we all go together?
Shiro, don't lie. You were about to take a nap.
Coco, you need not disclose that.
Okay, we'll stop here because I'm pretty sure between the two parts we're roughly at time. So, anyway, we will continue in the next part. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.